Woken in the night by your boss, you must go and uncover the murder at the mysterious Manster mansion belonging to the most ruthless mafia clan in the world. Will you be able to get out unscathed, or will you perish like the typical victim? Like the typical victim of their cruelty. Welcome to A Night at Manster Mansion. It was an hour past midnight when I was awoken by a phone. Now I have to remember... There we go. Call. Ring, ring, ring.
There's been a murder at the Manster Mansion. Get your ass down there.
Sighing, I got out of bed, and a few minutes later I was grabbing my coat and gun and walking through the door. At least my car was back from the garage. 3 bullets was nothing much, bud, in my line of work. My name is Neo, and I have got some of the worst luck in the world. Maybe I should have chosen a different job. Oh, look how tiny.
Detective Neo, you sure took your sweet time, my guy.
Buzz off, Stoker. Unlike you, I don't suffer from insomnia. That much. Is this the same person that was on the phone?
Sure, LOL.
And this is Stoker, a jolly good chap that's a pain in the ass, but at least they're reliable most of the time. So what's the deal? Oh my god. I was trying to turn down the volume and it skipped. Are you kidding me? Hold on. That's a pain in the ass, but at least they're reliable most of the time. So what's the deal?
In there? Who knows, LOL. They haven't let me in at all.
Huh.
I don't think they'll let me in either. One cop is enough to ruffle their feathers, and I'd rather not take my chances.
So I may as well be walking into a trap.
It's been nice knowing you, LOL.
And then I leave. Fine. And here goes nothing. Knock, 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 knock. The Manster Mansion. Truly a lavish place not for mere mortals. Some of the cruelest people in the world gather here to commit all sorts of sins and crimes. Frankly, I was amazed to even be allowed to come this close. They had a rather nasty habit of killing any cop just barely glancing in the direction of their business.
Welcome, sir. The young master has been expecting you.
The butlers seemed to appear out of thin air. No, really, they did. My tongue felt tied with a sturdy sailor knot. Not something easily resolved. At least they didn't wait for me to speak.
Alright, in front of you, sir.
Thank you. Wow, look at this beautiful Christmas tree.
Do not keep the young master waiting, sir.
Gulp. Of course not. Am I... Francisca's right-hand man. A fearsome being capable of the most horrid torture Oh, sorry. Whatever's right-hand man. Commits a lot of bad things. Scary. No one knows their name.
God damn it, Mum. My name is Jeff. Not Jeffy or Gigi. Quit it. What are you looking at? Huh? Get out my sight, mortal!
Gulp. I'd better leave them alone. Lily Manster, a ruthless hitman known for their especially brutal methods. It's quite chilling just being in their presence.
Hey dude, move along, I'm busy.
They do seem to be glued to their phone. Taking Snapchat selfies, well, no judgment there. The filters are very fun. I guess even hitmen like them. God, every button you push causes the dialogue to go. Johnny Manster. They're an information broker, and truly, there is nothing they cannot find. They also have one of the most famous puppy Instagrams. God, the videos are adorable. It's almost criminal. Move along, Buster. And no, I don't give autographs. Yeesh.
Well, I didn't want an autograph.
The doorknob rattled but stayed locked.
Am I like a little chickie or what? They look like a 3-tier cake.
As soon as I stepped onto the roof, I felt sick. The air was stale, sour, even though we were outside. The corpse, no. Francisca. They laid in an ocean of blood, and a single gunshot to the chest. The gun was lying right there. Such a formidable being, more an icon of terror than a person, struck down in such a simple way. Somehow, this scared me more than anything. A true monster was behind this, and there was no way I would come out alive. I just try not to laugh because I'm like, ooh, scary. One gunshot wound. It was all too much.
Yeah, someone killed my parent.
I didn't.
No one outside the family knows, and it better stay that way. Until this is sorted out.
I understand.
Good, now do your little detective thing, and don't let me down.
Oh, a recently smoked cigarette. The murderer? Or the victim? Or maybe no one of interest at all. I ate it. I ate the cigarette. The gun. Only been fired once. Very clean. Sterile, even. Probably no fingerprints. Except mine. Everyone here knows to wear gloves. Except me. The body looked beautiful in the pool of blood. The glow of the moon casting a sort of glow around them. There was something peaceful about it. Melancholy. But the smell, oh God, the smell. So pungent. It was a good thing I hadn't eaten before bed. I'm sure I would have been retching my guts out and leaving DNA all over. Getting down on my knees into the pool of blood, mindful of the blood everywhere. There really was only one gun wound as far as I could see. Giving one last glance, I couldn't help but shiver. Those eyes, somehow I knew they too were meant to be red. But now, all that showed was a reflection of the night sky in those glassy domes. The inhumanity of it all. I'm not sure what it was. I'd seen many crime scenes, so many murders more brutal than this. And yet, the sight of this little one-shot gun wound made me want to vomit. My unease was choking me. I've seen people completely mutilated, their guts strewn about, decorating the room, but this one thing, oh God, it's brutal.
Have you found anything?
They look so serious, of course, but why hadn't they conducted any investigation themselves? Yeah, but I was wondering.
Why I haven't checked it out myself.
Yeah.
I'm not an investigator, detective. I'm more of a glorified cleaner.
I hadn't known that. I tried not to show that this was new information for me. No one truly knew what Christoffel Manster did. They were a dark horse. I feared trampling. Oh.
I feared trampling all over the evidence. I do not trust anyone in my family.
I see. Your parent was killed by a single gunshot into the chest, as far as I can see. But you could already see that too. The gun looks clean. We could check it for fingerprints, but doubtful.
Indeed, everyone wears gloves.
I couldn't get a read on them. I thought maybe I could feel the sadness of losing a parent, but They were like a stone wall. I really hoped to find a crack, a loose stone, anything to get a peek at the real person behind. Do you smoke?
I beg your pardon?
There's a recent cigarette in the ashtray.
Oh, well, yes, that was me. I think I smoked just before the murder, which I committed. Oh, am I a suspect now?
Of course, everyone is a suspect, Stinky. Everyone is a suspect. They smiled, as though we were sharing some kind of inside joke. God, I shouldn't have felt so breathless. They were so beautiful. I was attracted by their cold, steely exterior. But here I was.
Which one of you
Which one of you committed the murder? Johnny Manster. I took a deep breath and yelled YOLO in my mind. Hello, I'd like to ask some questions about the murder of France.
Of course you do. My time is money. 500 per question seems reasonable,
I don't.
Knock it off, Johnny.
Johnny giggled. I can't remember anyone's voices, so everyone gets to have the same one now.
Ah, but look how cute they look. What even is their yearly income?
They look like they took a moment to actually think about it before they burst out laughing. My yearly income. I don't even want to speak about it. That really didn't make me feel good. Yeah, I'm poor. I grumbled.
Honestly, Johnny, behave. Are you even sure you want me to?
They gave a little sly smile, and then winked at me. I turned to Chris and just barely caught them glaring back. Did Johnny know something?
I'll tell you if you give me a little kiss.
Yes. Instantly, yes. Before I could open my mouth to explain why I couldn't do that, Chris took my arm and dragged me away. All I could hear was Johnny giggling. I mean, a part of me might have accepted. I mean, it's better than $500. A kiss? That's priceless. I almost said worthless. Coming closer to Lily Manster once more, I clear my throat, as they seem otherwise occupied on their phone. Hello, I'd like to speak to you about the murder.
But I'd like it if you ripped your tongue out and never talked to me again.
Their eyes never left their phone.
Well now, Lily, that's not very nice. I don't care. I'm busy. Not too busy to talk to the detective.
It wasn't a suggestion. Their eyes snapped to Chris.
I think I am quite busy.
They rolled their eyes. Hey, you shouldn't talk to the new boss like that.
New boss? Who told you that?
Lily laughed, and they gave me such a smug look.
Don't even listen to this fool. Everyone knows Cousin Jeff is the new boss. Their own parent didn't trust them with inheriting the business. I just bit my tongue.
I'm very sad. They turned to Chris and sneered. There's no reason to be so rude. Chris seemed surprised by my outburst, but Lily seemed amused.
Ah, is this little human protecting your honor? How adorable.
Chris rolled their eyes, and I realized this was the end of this conversation.
Don't worry, I'll help you talk to everyone.
Thanks. It's weird because you're not next to me.
You have nothing to fear when I'm with you.
I think I have a lot to fear. Thank you very much, handsome killer. Wait, is that the one we spoke to on the roof? I'm so confused. It was the butler. The butler. Another enigma. Hello, I'd like to speak to you about the murder of Francisca Manster. The butler didn't look at me. They glanced at Chris, and getting confirmation from them, they seemed to have decided to speak to me, thankfully.
What would you like to know?
Well, have you seen Francisca Manster before they were killed? Were they acting in any strange way?
No, they were acting as usual and were mostly here until they went upstairs.
Did anyone go to the roof in that time?
Jeff did. Francisca wanted to discuss something with them.
Oh.
Anything else you wish to know? I haven't got the whole day, you know.
They raised an eyebrow. Did anyone else go to the roof?
Well, I did, little detective.
Oh.
Well, I did, little detective. I already told you that I smoked up there.
Yeah. I caught the subtle look the butler gave Chris, but I wasn't sure what it meant. I don't know what anything means. I'm so confused. I'm still thinking about giving Johnny a kiss, but I'm also thinking about how I feel a little bit of attraction to Chris. Whatever their whole name was. Was it Chris who discovered the body?
No, it was Jeff.
Jeff was the last person to see Francisca alive. Chris smoked before.
Yes.
But was.
Sorry, Detective Sir, but I've got no time to dilly-dally.
I turned to Chris, but they seemed apologetic. Well, I did get some interesting information. Jeff Manster. Truly terrifying, but I had to talk to them. Hello.
Can't you see I'm busy on the phone?
It's fine. We'll talk to Jeff later. Come on, little detective. Let's talk to the others. Don't call me little! Also, what others? I talked to everyone. Well, that seems to be everyone. You haven't talked to who? Monty, little detective. Oh. They're probably in the kitchen. That's just to the right of this room. I see. Let's go then. A little window. Seems you're peeking into the kitchen.
You shouldn't be here.
They glare at me.
Out of my kitchen!
Chex Mix Monty. I'm looking at the M and the X. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to, like, word it. I know it's supposed to be, like, a neutral, but, like, it looks like mix. That's, like, the first word. That's, like, the first thing that's gonna pop in my head, and all I'm thinking about is Chex Mix now, and I really want the rye bread. What? I just wanna... The housekeeper. A complete mystery to me. It's alright, they're with me. I've asked them to investigate. My Francisca's murder. They immediately softened when they heard Chris's voice.
Oh, of course, darling, if you say so.
Turning to me, look at me once more. I try not to fidget too much.
And what does the detective want to know?
There isn't a lot that makes me feel that nervous. Are you sure? 'Cause you've been nervous this whole time. Maybe you shouldn't be a detective. Well, no, that's a lie. A big fat lie, considering every single person I've spoken to has made me nervous. But well, the way they said detective really got under my skin. It was so different then. This wasn't someone having amusement at my expense. This was someone ready to gut me. I was a bug beneath their feet. Not a new feeling, but not a pleasant one regardless. I've been stepped on quite a few times in my line of work. I just need to make sure everyone's alibis.
Well, I was in the kitchen most of the time.
Have you left the kitchen at all?
Maybe gone on...
Oh, goddamn. Maybe gone on the roof?
No, I've only been in the front room as I was putting out more food and drinks.
I'll need to verify that with some of the other guests. The look they gave me clearly expressed that they thought I was wasting their time. Can you tell me a little bit of Francisca? They were thoroughly annoyed with me, but the mention of Francisca's name seemed to sadden them enough to forget about their feelings toward me.
They were...
They look over at Chris.
Your parent. You're truly the best boss one can have. The best family. This is just the biggest loss.
Tears spring to the eyes. Sometimes I think I forget even the most hardened criminals are still human underneath it all.
I still remember it like yesterday. Stealing bikes and breaking hearts. Smoking on top of Denny's after a successful heist. All the getaways. Just driving to the beach. Never even stopped after they had you. Remember how you got sand everywhere and they just grabbed you by your feet and shook you to try to get it all out? You never complained again.
They laughed. A sort of choke sound. Thank you. Chex Mix. I think I don't have any more questions at the moment. They looked at it with almost surprise. I think they forgot I was there, and I'm gonna walk away very fast before they kill me or something. Well, that wasn't so bad. I got nothing very useful and ended up making them cry, which I'm sure won't end very well for me. You're exaggerating, my little detective. Yeah, you'll keep me from getting killed. Of course. Well, that did nothing to my insides. Nothing at all. That didn't... that didn't make me go ooh-ooh. Detective, you're so unprofessional. Stop falling in love with everyone. Well, now I have talked to everyone. Do you have any ideas, little detective? Maybe. But I need to talk to Jeff. They do seem done with their phone call. Yeah. Let's go. Jeff Manster. I'd laugh at their name if I wasn't so afraid of them, but I have to talk to everyone. Hello, I'd like to ask some question about the murder of Francisca Manster. They raise an eyebrow at me. Okay. Where were you at the time of the murder? I don't know. They rolled their eyes, barely looking in my direction at all. Have you seen Francisca today at all? Are you only gonna ask me dumb questions? How about no, I'm busy, pal. Jeff, why don't you talk to the detective and... Jeff, why don't you talk to the detective and answer the questions? Well, Chrissy, I don't feel like doing it, that's all. You don't want to find out who killed my Francisca? Jeff looked at them with such contempt. Of course I do, but not by this cop you brought in from outside. Whatever are you thinking? Plot twist, I'm actually dating Chris. Whoa, I'm not just an outside cop. I want no bias. Jeff chuckled. Sure, I believe that. Oh, you. Huh? You're just a spoiled child. Well, you're just a disposable glove. I barely saw what was happening. I'm just so confused and I don't understand. It happened so fast. One moment Chris yelled, then the next moment Chris was shot dead. The next, like a wound up spring, Jeff lunged. Ouch. Detective Neo. Why did you shield me? Blood. Blood dripped from the scratch on my face. It's my duty to protect, and it's not because I'm completely and totally in love with you. When we first laid eyes together, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't say anything. I don't want my bias to get in the way. Chris gazed at me as though they were seeing me for the first time. Screw this! Go away, all of you! Jeff turned away and stared at his phone, but I could see the screen was dark. You idiot! Everyone could see the screen was dark! Oh, Satan, you're bleeding everywhere. It's really not that bad. Come on, there's a medikit in the office. It's just to the left. They really seem so worried. I shouldn't like the fussing, but it does feel kind of nice. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not vibing with this detective. I kinda think he's they're a loser. The doorknob rattled but stayed locked. I don't know where the office is. Going back to the rooftop. Where's the office? Are we gonna kiss? And here's the medikit. We sat in silence as Chris gently cleaned my face. They were even more breathtaking so close. You son of a bitch! Ouch. I'm being as gentle as I can, Neo. I know. So have you figured it out by now? You mean, is it Jeff? All the talk about bias. I suspected, but everyone knows I don't like them. I don't know if I have enough evidence. It's easy enough to fake some. I look at Chris. They really were serious. I look at Chris. I look at the lips. I look at them again. That's illegal. Ah, my little detective. Don't you know who you're talking to? Well, I think I'm done. Your face looks much better now. Ah, thank you. Let's go then. They smiled and I couldn't help but smile back. Not everyone seemed that terrible in this place. You're going to arrest them? Yeah, in a moment. Yeah, in a moment. Give me a little kiss. That's all I want. If this doesn't end in a kiss, I swear. Jeff, huh? Nothing is for sure yet, but honestly, Jeff doesn't even have the ruthlessness to be the boss. I don't think Francisco was gonna make him the boss anyway. But really, who knows? They were a savage bitch. They giggle. Was everything just a big joke to them? If no one gives me a kiss by the end of this frickin' game, I guess I did suspect Jeff. They looked sad for a moment, but I did hope it wasn't. They said it so quickly I didn't think it was meant to be heard. Jeff Manster, you're under arrest for the suspicion of murder in Francisco Manster. Everything you say will and can be used against you. What? You heard me. This is all this bastard's plan, isn't it? They pointed at Chris, anger and maybe a little bit of fear flashing in their eyes. You have no evidence against me. You can plead your case back at the station. I didn't kill them! I can't believe we got seduced. Oh my god. Come on. Where's my little smooch? I can't be completely seduced without a little smooch. Please put your hands behind your back. The gunshot sounded the moment I opened the door. I didn't even see who did it. Maybe you should have said something before you were getting arrested, so don't even with me right now. A likely story, Chris sneered. You killed my parent and now you can't even admit it. I didn't! I put the handcuffs on Jeff's hands and directed them to the door. The rest Stoker can handle. Smooch smooch? Kiss kiss? Thank you for catching my mother's murderer. Well, it's not exactly confirmed. Nonsense, you're my hero. I felt my cheeks heat up. I'm just doing my job. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go take them up to the station. Now, of course, you must go. You can come back anytime, when I'm home. Yeah, I wouldn't trust your family. They laugh as thought, what, I laugh. They laughed, as if I said something truly funny. I don't think they'll do anything to you unless I say something. Goodbye now. Bye-bye, my little detective. Well, as long as this is a term of endearment, I don't mind you calling me little detective at any point in time. With a heavy heart, I left. No, my smooch! Somebody give me a smooch right now. Give me smooch. Damn it. I just wanted a smooch and... Will you give me smooch, Stoker? So the criminal's in the car. Aw, come on, dude. You got the guy. I don't know. It's not like you to miss anything. Something still doesn't feel right. Is that your gut talking? I guess. Something just doesn't seem to fit. After hearing Jeff's outburst, I felt like I got a valuable clue. It's probably the person who's been seducing us this whole time. I'm just saying, one little smooch and like I don't care about this case. We'll just lock up Jeff and that's the end of that. I mean, it's not like I'm asking for $500. I'm going to go back in. I need to check something. The roof. It might still be there. The smell was still there, but where's the body? Oh, I've already made arrangements to bury it in the family graveyard. I whipped my head around to stare at the one person I didn't wish to see here. Chris. Even though you were here before me, I didn't see you at all. I'm just blind. Hello, my little detective. Oh, did you figure it out? They seem so nonchalant. I mean, I suspected you from the very beginning, but... Chris. They rolled their eyes. Why? They sighed. Oh, Neo, you're such a darling. No, no. I didn't want this to be true. My heart is broken. I'm in love with a criminal. This can't be. No smooch? Oh, don't look so glum, my dear. You killed your own parent. Well, frankly, it was a gamble. An enchantment would shoot whoever was the first on the roof. Whether it was my own mother or Jeff, I had no way of knowing. You killed your own parent. Yes, that was unlucky. You invited me here just for this. Well, I had to have someone get Jeff convicted. They're just arrested of semantics, my dear. I'm sure you'll be taken off the case. Anyway, and then with my evidence, Jeff will be stuck in jail until an unlucky accident befalls them. You used me. It wasn't that hard, my little detective. Just a little, my hero. You mean you fool. I mean, I personally don't care. A bit harsh on yourself you are, my dear. I'm not your dear. You didn't even give me a smooch. Don't ever call me your dear. Do I mean nothing to you? Did our one moment of eye contact not, like, well, not one moment. Did our moment in the office not mean anything to you? I thought we felt something. There was an electricity and you're just looking at me as if I'm nothing. They actually look saddened by that. Like my outburst surprised them. Oh, Neo, why don't you join me? What? There's something about you. You're so weak and puny and just want to squish your face just a little bit. Just you're so weak and puny. I just want to hold you in my arms and just keep you away from everything else, and you'll be mine forever, locked up in this mansion forever. So human, so mortal. I don't believe that I'm a human. I believe that I'm a tiny little ass bird, because that's how I look like. All of you look like wolves, and I'm just a little tiny ass bird. And yet you protected me. Oh, how I want you. You're a monster, I say as I blush. As I blush furiously and do that little hand movement across their chest. Well, you're right. My family comes from a long line of monsters. We even know magic. I could teach you. Oh, magic? Maybe I can magic up a little kiss. Even if you try to go correct your mistake, it won't change anything. Jeff crossed my path and now they're doomed. You're either with me or you're not. It's your choice, but choose wisely. The red eyes shone with conviction. I had no clue what to do. This was the hardest choice I had to make. Convict an innocent man who's done many crimes. My treacherous mind chimed in, or test my fate with Chris. I mean, we're putting at least one person into jail who we know has done some crime, so you're either gonna get him now or get him never. I mean, it's not like you were trying to get him in anyways. You got one down, and now you can get a smooch from the head of the mafia. Don't be such a stick in the mud. A literal monster in every sense of the word. Think about it, but not too long. Goodbye, my dear Neo. I couldn't go through with it.
So, Neo, you checked it out?
It was not who I was.
Hey, Neo.
I had to stick to my morals.
Earth to Neo.
Stoker, hey.
Did you check it out? Your fears resolved?
How about we talk about it back at the station?
Alright, dude, you're acting kinda weird and your face is kinda flushed.
Sorry, it's been a lot.
You solved the murder in less than a night, my guy. You gotta be tired.
Yeah, I really want to sleep, huh?
Yeah, I'll drive.
Find evidence that the evidence is false, and
Detective Glaze, for the last time the evidence is sound and you are not a part of this case anymore.
but
I'm sorry, Glaze, but there's nothing to be done. I'm sure Inspector Shaddy will do everything in their power to figure it out.
they were right. There's nothing I could do. Jeff is stuck and can barely even get a lawyer, and no one believes me. There's too much evidence against Jeff. Am I defeated?
Dude, you okay? They tell you to drop it again?
Yeah.
You're obsessed, even if you're right. You're killing yourself with this. You're killing yourself for no reason. Just let it go.
I don't want them to win.
Sometimes you have to let things go. It's not like Jeff Manster isn't a criminal either.
Yeah, but it feels unfair.
Dude, take a break and then maybe with a fresh mind you'll find a crack.
Maybe Stoker was right. I just need to rest and come back with fresh eyes.
Like, seriously. The whole thing? Just let him get into prison. He already did a bunch of crimes. At least you got him for this thing. And then later on you can get the head of the Manster family later on. For something else. It doesn't have to be this incident. It's not like they're gonna stop doing crimes.
But what do I expect from the guy who's nervous the whole damn time? And fell in love at first sight with the head of the Mansters. I just need to rest and come back with fresh eyes. Thanks, Stoker.
No problem, my guy.
Oops. As I left the station, my mind racing with the possibilities, a single shot. And then everything went dark.
It's lovely to see you here, my dear Neo. Have you decided to join me, or did you want to see me for the last time?
They sat on the couch drinking a glass of something all poised and unruffled. But there was something. I could feel the falseness, the way their eyes avoided mine, like they didn't want to see my rejection. I'll join you. Their eyes snapped to mine. I could feel the suspicion and surprise.
The trap wouldn't work, my dear Neo. You won't be able to prove anything no matter how much you spy on me. I don't care! I don't care about that! I just want to smooch!
I wasn't.
No?
No. They looked at me. Really looked at me. I had no idea why I was doing this. No logical explanation. But they must have seen I was truly choosing this. A smile of such joy spread across their lovely face, making it just that more beautiful. They looked human. Maybe it wasn't hopeless.
Come here.
They motioned, and like a paperclip to a magnet, I sailed into their arms. But like a little birdie, I sailed into their arms. Our lips just inches apart. I stepped onto my tippy toes, and it didn't really say, but I know I got that smooch. Maybe a little something something. A little something something else. Well, it's over now. The funeral. It was a lovely one. Yeah. Only the best for my parent. Oh, darling, it's not the first case of parricide. Just one in the sea of many. Just one in the sea of many, exactly. Come on, darling, let's go home. Yeah. Goodbye, Francisca Manster. May you rest in peace. Here lies Francisca Manster. Is this like the end? At least let me go home. Oh god, the red is gone from their eyes.